ASMR7 here, back again with another video, and again, I know I'm a day late with the Fact Friday video, but I thought I would make up for it with a little bit of a longer video, just doing some random facts. And I also, if I can grab this, I also have a lollipop here that I'll be kind of just chewing on during the throughout the video, so you'll get some extra candy noises or mouth sounds, whatever it is. But yeah. So again, sorry I'm late. If you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications so that you can be updated whenever the newest videos come out. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and a comment for any requests or any comments about any of these videos. But yeah, without further ado, we will get right into it. If you have, oh, and by the way, these are not numbered, so I'm not even gonna go off by numbers. So yeah, here we go. If you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19. You also have the largest amount of money in coins without being able to make change for $1. The numbers 172 can be found on the back of the U.S. $5 bill in the bushes at the base of the Lincoln Memorial. President Kennedy was the fastest random speaker in the world, with upwards of 350 words per minute. In the average lifetime, a person will walk the equivalent of 5 times around the equator. Odontophobia is the fear of teeth. The 57 on Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. In the early days of the telephone, operators would pick up a call and use the phrase, "Well, are you there?" It wasn't until 1895 that someone suggested answering the phone with the phrase, "Number, please." The surface area of an average size brick is 79 meters squared. Centimeters squared, no. Cats sleep 16 to 18 hours per day. The most common name in the world is Muhammad. Karaoke means empty orchestra in Japanese. The Eisenhower interstate system requires that 1 mile in every 5 must be straight. These straight sections are usable as airstrips in times of war or other emergencies. Rhode Island is the smallest state with the longest name. The official name used on all state documents is Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. When you die, your hair still grows for a couple of months. There are 2 credit cards for every person in the United States. Isaac Asimov is the only author to have a book in every Dewey Decimal category. The newspaper serving Frostbite Falls, Minnesota, the home of Rocky and Bullwinkle, is called the Pickawine Intelligence. 6 years to write War and Peace. The Neanderthal's brain was bigger than yours. On the new $100 bill, the time on the clock tower of Independence Hall is 4:10. Each of the suits on a deck of cards represents the four major pillars of the economy in the Middle Ages. The heart represented the church, spades represented the military, clubs represented the agriculture, and diamonds represented the merchant class. The names of the two stone lions in front of the New York Public Library are Patience and Fortitude. They were named by then Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. The main library at Indiana University sinks over an inch every year because when it was built, engineers failed to take into account the weight of all the books that occupy the building. The sound of E.T. walking was made by someone squishing her hands in jelly. Lucy and Linus, who were brother and sister, had another little brother named Rerun. He sometimes played left field on Charlie Brown's baseball team when he could find it. The pancreas produces insulin. 1 in 5,000 North Atlantic lobsters are born bright blue. There are 10 human body parts that are only 3 letters long. Eye, hip, arm, leg, ear, toe, jaw, rib, lip, gum. A skunk's smell can be detected by a human a mile away. The word lethalgia describes the state of not being able to remember the word you want. The King of Hearts is the only king without a mustache. Henry Ford produced the Model T only in black because the black paint available at the time was the fastest to dry. Mario of Super Mario Bros. Appeared in the 1981 arcade game Donkey Kong. His original name was Jumpman, but was changed to Mario to honor the Nintendo of America's landlord, Mario Segale. The 3 best-known Western Australian $5 to $100 notes are made of plastic. Saint Stephen is the patron saint of bricklayers. The average person makes about 1,140 telephone calls each year. Stressed is desserts spelled backwards. If you had enough water to fill 1 million goldfish bowls, you could fill an entire stadium. Mary Stuart became Queen of Scotland when she was only 6 days old. Charlie Brown's father was a barber. Flying from London to New York by Concorde, due to the time zones crossed, you can arrive 2 hours before you leave. Dentists recommend that a toothbrush be kept at least 6 feet, 2 meters away from a toilet to avoid airborne particles resulting from the flush. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching TV. A lion's roar can be heard from 5 miles away. The citrus soda 7-Up was created in 1929. 7 was selected because the original containers were 7 ounces. Up indicated the direction of the bubbles. Canadian researchers have found that Einstein's brain was 50% wider than normal. The average person spends about 2 years on the phone in a lifetime. The first product to have a barcode was Wrigley's gum. The largest number of children born to a woman is recorded at 69. From 1725 to 1765, a Russian peasant woman gave birth to 16 sets of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Beatrix Potter created the first of her legendary Peter Rabbit children's stories in 1902. In ancient Rome, it was considered a sign of leadership to be born with a crooked nose. The word nerd was first coined by Dr. Seuss in If I Ran the Zoo. A 41-gun salute is the traditional salute to a royal birth in Great Britain. The bagpipe was originally made from the whole skin of a dead sheep. Revolvers cannot be silenced because of all the noisy gases which escape the cylinder cap near the rear of the barrel. Liberace Museum has a mirror-bladed Rolls-Royce, jewel-encrusted capes, and the largest rhinestone in the world, weighing 59 pounds and almost a foot in diameter. A car that shifts manually gets 2 miles more per gallon of gas than a car with automatic shift. United States has never lost a war in which mules were used. Children grow faster in the springtime. On average, there are 178 sesame seeds on each McDonald's Big Mac bun. Paul Revere rode on a horse that belonged to Deacon Larkin. The Baby Ruth candy bar was actually named after Grover Cleveland's baby daughter, Ruth. Minus 40 degrees Celsius is exactly the same as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Every human spent about half an hour as a single cell. 7.5 million toothpicks can be created from a cord of wood. The plastic things on the end of shoelaces are called aglets. The earliest recorded case of a man giving up smoking was on April 5th, 1697, when Johan Katsu, sheriff of Turku, Finland, wrote in his diary, "I quit smoking tobacco." He died 1 month later. Goodbye came from God bye, which came from God be with you. February is Black History Month. Jane Barbie was the woman who did voice recordings for the Bell system. The first drive-in service station in the United States was opened by Gulf Oil Company on December 1st, 1913 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The elephant is the only animal with 4 knees. Kansas state law requires pedestrians crossing the highway at night to wear taillights. Alright guys, so that'll do it for today's Fact Friday. I really hope you enjoyed kind of like the longer video to make up for it, as well as the lollipop sound. So I'm gonna finish up editing this, finish eating the lollipop, get the video out to you guys. Again, if you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button down